First of all, this quality is embarrassing. I apologize, but I am too cheap to spend $70 on a second camera battery. My camera is dead, but I still want to film, so we're filming off the phone. Anyways, hello my favorite people. Today we're going to be reacting to one woman, 17 British accents. I did a Scottish video the other day, and I made a comment that was ignorant, and I said that unlike England, Scottish people all have one accent. And y'all were like, no bitch, the accent in Glasgow is different than the one in freaking anywhere else. So I was like, okay, let's react to it. So I found this woman, she talks in English accents, but then towards the end of the video, she also talks in Scottish accents. I'm interested to see what the difference is. Because every Scottish person I've ever heard always has the same sound. So let's see. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Go check out my other accent videos if you haven't yet. Again, I'm sorry for this quality. And yeah, like the video so I know you want me to do more in the future, and here we go.
Incredibly diverse in terms of accents.
True.
It just so happens that I can do many of these accents as my party trick. So come with me as I take you on a guided tour through all of the accents and archetypes of Great Britain.
Archetypes.
Hi, I'm Siobhan Thompson, and this is Anglophenia. And what I'm speaking right now is RP, received pronunciation, or your standard BBC English.
Okay, actually she even sounded American to me.
Right now is RP, received pronunciation, or your standard BBC English. It's spoken across the country, generally by middle, and upper class people. Think of Martin Freeman, Benedict Cumberbatch, or most of the presenters of BBC News.
One thing I've noticed too is it's very clear, you can understand it. So it would make sense for the people who are like on TV or celebrities, whatever, doing media, for them to speak this form, because it's really clear to understand. Some of y'all's accents, bitch, I can't understand. It's all slurred together. So this one being BBC, posh, whatever, understandable.
So, good evening. It's 9 o'clock and this is the news. I'm very important. Puppy is generally only spoken on film and television now. So you're going to think of Nell Card or the Dowager Countess and Downton Abbey. Oh, Gerald, I do love you, but you're so terribly, terribly poor. Now, London is the accent that most people outside of Britain can recognise,
Why does she sound just like Jessie Nelson, though? Okay.
That classic lock, stock and two smoking barrels. Get out of my pub! Go on! Get out!
Go on!
Shut it, you tart! East Anglia.
I love the London accent. The whatever one she was talking about, the little posh BBC. You're too poor for me. Don't care for those, but I like the London one.
Flat, boggy kind of place with a flat, boggy kind of accent.
Norfolk.
I'd love to give you an example of somebody that comes from there that speaks like this, but they all lose this accent as soon as they can.
Okay, so the Norfolk accent is like the country accent. That's what it sounds like. Compared to the others, it's like the Texas, I don't have a Texas accent, but a Southern accent in the United States is Norfolk to y'all.
Fry's from Norfolk, but he doesn't speak like this because he's posh. Here's the kind of classic kind of East Anglia phrase. I done dropped my computer in the fan and it's broken. Now let's go across the island to the West Country, which is a much rounder sound. It's farmland full of sheep and cows.
Yeah. From the last accent reaction, the people on the West Coast are the ones who you can't understand anything. They talk so fast and they don't enunciate the words. It's all just one word in the sentence. It's incredible.
And apples. Think of like Sam Ganji from The Lord of the Rings or Hagrid
Never seen
from the Harry Potter movies.
Never seen
Oh, you bloody kids, get off my land! Or, oh, Mr. Frodo, don't let him turn me into anything unnatural. And then when you go down to Cornwall, it gets a little bit more piratey. So, hoist the mizzen mast, Squire Trelawney. Now, Southern Welsh is this great sing-songy kind of an accent. Think of Tom Jones or Richard Burton. Rage against the dying of the light. Bloody hell, I love Dylan Thomas.
Okay, the Wales accent. Maybe we need to take a deeper dive, but that one's hard to understand as well.
Northern Welsh is where the singer Duffy is from. It's a breathier, thicker kind of an accent. And most people from there speak Welsh at home, and English is a second language. So, diolch yn fawr. Now, across the country to the West Midlands and Birmingham. It's a kind of an accent, mostly on account of all the industry that went on in that area. Cat Daly, who presents So You Think You Can Dance, is from there.
Dance.
And so is Ozzy Osbourne, you know, shouting with a
Birmingham.
bloody remote. Yeah, that voice that he does isn't because of drugs, it's just where he's from.
It's still so crazy how these places can be so, like, literally next door neighbors, but yet one dude from Birmingham isn't going to sound like someone from Norfolk, you know? One dude from Birmingham isn't going to sound like Gwynland or whatever, the place that was in Wales, you know? It's just crazy because it's like they're right next to each other. So different.
Scouse is your classic Liverpool accent. The Beatles are from there, and so's Paul McGann. They were also made European capital of culture a couple of years ago by the...
I love the Scouse accent and the Geordie accent. Liverpool is Scouse. Liverpool is Scouse. That's a far distance. I was just about to say, never made it over there, but how the heck could I? I was staying in London. How am I going to go? How would, you know? That's way over here on the coast.
You, so don't tell me they're not cultured, alright?
Oh.
Up into Lancashire, and you don't think of Christopher Eccleston or most of the cast of the Downstairs in Downton Abbey. Daisy, get those buns out the oven before they burn. Oh, Mr. Bates. So, across the Pennines to Yorkshire, it's a much kind of flatter accent from Lancashire, and they cut off a lot of the words. So I'm going to pub uphill, think of Sean Bean from Lord...
Sorry. People from Sheffield, are you here? Your accent's kind of hard to understand.
Or Game of Thrones.
Yorkshire.
One does not simply walk into Mordor. So in Northumberland and Newcastle...
Wait, why was you showing Yorkshire? Was Yorkshire the city or Sheffield the city? What, or is one of them just the name of the accent?
Speaking a Geordie accent, so you know,
There
think
you
of
go.
the Geordie Shore, or Karen
Geordie.
Cole, remember she got fired from the X Factor because nobody could understand a word she was saying.
Oh, that's
Or Billy
sad.
Elliot. All I want to do is dance bally, but me dad makes me box.
Wait, did you really get fired because they couldn't understand the Geordie accent? That is so sad. And you don't remember the two big girls who were like, shut up! And they were like, who are you? To her? She's just been disrespected. Give some respect to my homegirl. That's sad.
Edinburgh's the capital
Newcastle.
of Scotland. It's a very soft, maybe a
Edinburgh.
little snooty kind of an accent. Think of Ewan McGregor or Dame Maggie Smith as Professor McGonagall.
When you think Scottish accent, this is what you think of. Edinburgh. I say Edinburgh, not Edinburgh. I say Edinburgh. Wow. Shouts to me.
That's 10 points taken from Gryffindor, Mr. Potter. Glasgow's a much thicker kind of an accent. Billy Connolly and Peter Capaldi are both from there.
Yeah. Y'all don't have the same accent. Glasgow and Edinburgh, not even close. And why this whole time did I think Edinburgh was in England? That Glasgow one was a lot. Ooh.
They cut off a lot of the words, so have me any
It's just very
buttons
sharp
or
to the
toothbrush
ear.
up, you know. And so up to the very north, to the Highlands of Scotland.
Inverness.
Think of Amy Pond from Doctor Who, or maybe Sir Robert Burns. The best laid plans of mice and men, gang after glee. Now let's go to northern.
So Inverness talks very slow and drawn out. The reason I know about Inverness is because of, what's that show? With Sassenach and Jamie. I don't remember the name. If you know what I'm talking about, comment down below.
And it's all about the
Belfast.
violence with the Northern Irish accent, like, so like, how now, Brown Cow? Liam Neeson is from there. I've got a very particular set of skills. I know he doesn't say it in that accent in the movie, but it sounds well cool, so, like...
She's jumping between
finally,
two.
Southern Ireland is obviously not a part of the United Kingdom, but I can do a Dublin accent, so let's just do it. It's a pretty classic Irish accent with a lot of assonance to it, so...
I think Belfast sounded more Irish than Dublin did.
O'Connor's from there. Nothing compares. Nothing compares
Yeah, for sure. Belfast sounded more Irish.
to you. That is all from me. Tell me.
All right. Woo! Definitely not remotely at all the same between the United Kingdom. You have Scotland, you have Wales, you have Ireland, you have England, and they're all so different. And then within those places, they're even more different. It's mind-boggling. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a like if you did. Bye.